Let's go. Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings, man. Y'all know what it is. It's 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. You know what I mean? I am your kinfolk DMR, representing Back to the Lab. I'm going to be bringing in my homeboy, UltraMax 7, my Jersey brother. And we'll be bringing in Ray Landski so we can chop it up with Ray about part 2 of his documentary or film. You want to call it a film. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect the legends of hip-hop legacy. So without further ado, let me bring my boy UltraMag in here. UltraMag, you ready? My man.
Yo, I had to get dressed for the occasion. I had to pull out an old net jersey.
Oh, I see you. I see you, bro. I see that boy with the throwback.
Yeah, you know, I got a few of them. Matter of fact, I got a.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean?
That
People
boy
don't
got throwbacks on throwback. Hey yo, shout out to my man K-Man 51 up in this bitch.
People don't remember when we
that boy, that O'Bannon.
And then I got to take it all the way back, even though this is New York, but we know the deal. I got to take it back to Dr. J.
Dr. J, baby.
Julius Erving.
Dr. J.
But this is my Kerry Kittles.
I see you, bro. That bitch look like it's in good condition.
You know, I kept them on ice, you know. Kept them on ice.
I can dig it, man. Let me make sure the volume is right. How I'm sounding?
You sound good. I can hear you good.
Okay, good. Yeah, we just waiting on our mans. You know what I'm saying? He said he was live at 5 and he was ready. So we're gonna give him a few minutes. Okay. But yeah, man. Last night was crazy though, bro. Man, I was exhausted after that shit. Even though we still got a chance to chop it up. That gave me a little bit more faith in us being able to do this again. You will try it again. So I'm good with this, man. Shout out to StreamYard. Shout out to YouTube.
I think it was I thought about it today. I think it was for the best. And I mean that saying what I was saying before, when you put a live on Instagram, if nobody watches it, you know, if you watch it when it's on and then afterwards or the next day, cool. But after that, it's just dead.
Yeah.
And then it'll get buried on our pages. Excuse me. But if you put it on YouTube, it has chance to live. So I actually think, I really think this is meant to happen. I think we're trying to bring awareness to raise film. So I think this will be better.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure my boy know we own and popping. I'm just gonna send him a salute real quick.
No doubt.
So he'll know we good. But yeah, other than that, how your day been, bro?
Same old. Rest? Yeah, I got some rest, and then we still out here with all this smoke. Yeah. Actually, you know me, I hit the brewery up. So there's a young lady that works at the brewery, and she usually works there on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So I go Wednesday, but she changed the day to Thursday. So I checked that. You know, shout out to my homegirl Olivia and my homegirl Leah, my man Rick, my man Frank at Mechanical Brewery in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I was over there with my homegirl Roxanne. You know, throwing back a couple. Man. Yeah, you know. And then trying to hide from the smoke, not to inhale the smoke.
I can dig it, man. I've been seeing so many memes and so many little digs at the smoke and everything, talking about Godzilla and all this different stuff, man. So I could tell it must be crazy out there, man. Especially like in New York too.
Yeah. But it's crazy because you can just see that haze, man. You can see it. Like it's visible because Jersey don't look like that. Like in springtime, Jersey don't look like that. Like I said, it looks like LA. Like when you wake up in the morning in LA. It looks like
that hazy look.
that
man.
haze. Yeah, we don't have that in Jersey. We get morning dew. That's about it.
Like it looked like the sun is setting even when it's like at its highest and shit.
Right.
And it's
Exactly.
that dusky look.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, so look, there we go, man. So look like our man's is live in that 5, like he said. Look, he ready.
Okay.
Check him out.
Building. We in the building. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We in the building.
What's good?
Look at it. Look at it. I wore my stuff for you, brother. I had to pull out my throwbacks.
Yo. Wow, bro.
That's crazy, ain't it, fam?
Word is born. Hey, listen, everybody, we're live on YouTube right now. So if you don't know by now, we're live on YouTube. The link is in the bio.
UltraLab.
The stories.
It's
we're
the UltraLab live on YouTube, man.
Live on YouTube and UltraLab.
Yeah, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend.
And back to the lab. So
Yeah,
we're live on YouTube.
Friend, man, we in here.
Yeah, hold up. Can you let me see.
Bro, you good? Hey, what you got? What's causing a little shadow right here in the top left hand corner on my side? What's causing a little shadow? See if you can move it the other way. What?
Oh, I see what it is. I see what it is.
You got a light on?
I had to move the frame.
There you go. There you go. You looking good, baby. You live.
Word.
You live. We can hear you good and everything, man. What it is.
All right, we good.
Make sure you all the way together, man. Cause we gonna chop it up.
Word. All right.
We're gonna rap.
So we good.
How you feeling?
I feel much better. I got my food. You know, I ripped it up. I had my juice. And I just got off the phone with my mother, so I'm much better. I'm much better.
Good.
I'm much better. Yep. So.
All right, y'all. So let me take this opportunity, man, to explain to everybody what's going on right now, man. Because like my man UltraMag say, you know, this is gonna be immortalized. You know, YouTube is as long as it's around. You know, this is here forever. So for the record, I'm DMR. You know what I'm saying? From H-Town. Damn, that's that way. The mirroring is fucked up. Well, it's not mirroring. That's what's crazy. So this is my man AP, aka UltraMag.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And right here, not under us, but right here is my man Landski. Now these are Jersey representatives right here, brothers that I met through the wonderful invention we all know as Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I want to explain to people how I met y'all brothers, man. In the midst of just networking with other accounts on Instagram and having a friend that has a friend, and you know, and that whole tree, you know how that tree goes, you know, a friend of a friend and 3 more friends and shit like that. So we've had IG conversations in regards to hip hop and shit like that. So besides that, it turned into a real brotherhood right here because I pulled up in Jersey. My man Ray met me at the Grammy Museum out there in Newark on a Thursday night, where we got a chance to see Ernie Panacoli, Uncle Raph, chop it up and talk about, you know, Ernie Panacoli's legacy when it comes to photography. Chopped it up with Ray. That was the first time we met in person. Boom. I invited my man UltraMag here. This mirroring gonna fuck me up. I invited my man UltraMag here to the same event because it's held every weekend. It was held every weekend, for like 3 months. So I invited my man AP to the same event, but this one was on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
My man came out, chopped it up, peeped the whole thing, the photography, chopped it up, man, got some footage. It was a good look. We went to a wonderful, wonderful brewery called Hackensack Brewing Company. My man introduced me to this spot. Mike Jones, salute Mike Jones. I told my man Ray, bro, meet us out here in Hackensack, man. I'm with the boy UltraMag. Meet us out here in Hackensack, man. My man pulled up on us. I introduced these two, which is near and dear to my heart because I feel like the great curator of talents.
You're the plug. He's a plug.
Yeah. I feel like a curator, man. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to put people together, man. So fast forward a little bit. Later on that night, before we wrapped it up, my man Ray said, "Hey, man, I got this documentary. If y'all got time, hey, I want to show y'all this shit." We like, okay, yeah, run it, let's go. And my man blew our mind.
Yeah.
With a phone sitting on top of a pizza box, leaned up against the pole, the umbrella, the table umbrella, leaning up against the pole, up against a pizza box. This nigga blew our mind.
Yep.
With the documentary, film, whatever they like to call it. It's called "You Gotta Respect the Legends of Hip Hop Legacy," and this was the Jersey edition. And he gave us so much history,
yes,
on the New Jersey influence when it comes to hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Blew our mind. We just got through eating pizza, just wilding out, drinking beer, just chopping it up because these are great souls. Number one, these are great souls. So we gonna vibe and we gonna do our thing, period. But then when he took it a step further, like, I want to show y'all this documentary. Hey man, this is a solid guy right here, very talented guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I want to introduce y'all. This is my man Ray Landski right here. You know what I'm saying? I think my man deserves like a little round of applause. You know what I'm saying? This is my man Ray Landski. You know what I'm saying? So
I appreciate it.
From there, only you can tell this story better than we can. I want you to start at that moment when you showed me and AP that video.
Mm-hmm.
What happened immediately after that? What started happening?
One, I want to shout out to the UltraLab for having me. I have to pay homage and honor first and foremost, and shout outs to everybody that's a part of this story. But let me get into it. What happened after I showed the brothers the documentary at the Hackensack Brewery that night? Next thing you know, it was selected in the Newark International Film Festival, and by God's grace, it won for Best Documentary. Best Documentary.
Fam.
Yep.
Fam. Tell us about the journey, man. For those that don't know, you know what I'm saying. You had this footage in the vault. You said, let's go back. Let's go back real quick. When you was getting the footage,
mm-hmm.
Did you know that you was gonna one day use it for a game-changing documentary, a film about New Jersey hip hop? Did you know what you was doing when you was taking that footage?
yes and no. Yes, I knew I wanted to use it for something great. But at the time when I initially started the project, and when I mean start, I mean far as actually writing it out. So this was literally written out October 2005.
Mm.
That's when it was written out. I remember the meeting like yesterday, and 2005 it was written out. My camera practice started 2006. 2000 May 2006 was my first interview in Divine Mill Studio from KG of Naughty by Nature. And once I interviewed KG, it was just I was just interviewing people every week. You know, so shout out to KG for Naughty by Nature. And fast forward when it came full circle in 2010. Now 2010, I have all this footage, and I'm like, yo, okay. I said, listen, I have some fire now. I said, I have a nice portfolio of interviews. I'm ready to put the fire out. He says, you know what? Don't rush to put it out, because he already know. He's older in the game, so I'm pretty sure he already felt my mindset was just have another DVD, because that was like the DVD era. And at the time I was a big fan of Smack DVD.
Yeah.
The Come Up DVD, DVDs from everywhere, Cocaine City, all that. And just a lot of independent raw film on DVDs. So of course I initially was going to release the interviews on a DVD. And he said to me, it'll just be another DVD if you do it that way.
Right. I feel that.
Yeah, so I didn't even think about it. I said, all right, say less. Say less. Say less, put it in the stash. Don't talk about it no more. I stopped talking about it just so people will forget about it. And I didn't want to put pressure on myself for expectations. And what made me put my foot on the gas, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. I don't know if I ever told y'all this, but what made me put my foot on the gas to really say, you know what, fuck that. It's time to get this shit in production and get this shit in the film festival, is when I saw that Kanye documentary. I swear to God.
The Chike and Chody.
Yes, the Cootie and Choke. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can dig.
I want to say this. I want to say this, and y'all the first platform that ever heard me say what I'm about to say. I might not be the first, I might not be the last to say this, but much respect to Cootie and Choke. A lot of people don't know. I don't watch that documentary probably more than Ye, Cody, Choke.
Yeah.
Ron Fest, anybody from Chicago, and anybody. Seriously, I watched that documentary a lot. You get what I'm saying? Like real talk. I can I watch it so much that I can see it in my head, and I love documentaries. As you can tell, I love a lot of documentaries, not just hip hop, just documentaries in general about whatever. But that made me put my foot on the gas, and people love it for what it captures Kanye's journey.
Yeah.
On the flip side, it captures Cootie's journey. Especially the gap between him and Kanye. Not working together. And I respected Kanye's journey. But I also discovered and respected Cody's journey. As a documentarian. So, and I understood everything.
Hey, today Kanye's birthday, as a matter of fact, man. Salute, man.
Oh,
salute.
is it? Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kanye, man.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
So yeah, I feel what you're saying. So you was like, at first it was just gonna be like a DVD thing. Then your man, you say KG told you to put it up. Then you saw the Kanye documentary, and now you feel like, okay, it can be bigger than just your normal hood CD, something. DVD. It can be bigger than that.
Actually, well,
That was.
That's actually part of it. So basically, it was stashed from 2010 until 2021 actually. So 21 when we started like fucking with it, because that's the year that we started 90s versus 2000 type of vibe.
Yeah.
Right? So, but the Kanye documentary was it to me, it just says, nigga, what you waiting for?
Yeah.
Straight up. It said, nigga, what you waiting for? Yep. And what I did was, shout outs to, DJ Redline and Alquan, but I just set up the schedule and we just rocked it out. It took me weeks to come up with a formula alone. And it took me 8 weeks to come up with a formula. And after the formula, I just kept it structured. I felt like, you know what I felt like? I felt like Rakim. It might sound extreme, but I felt like I kind of channeled what Rakim was saying on the art of rap documentary. He says, when I write a rhyme, I just put a bunch of dots on a pad.
Yeah.
And they gotta fit in those dots.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the type of energy I felt when I submitted the documentary.
I like that.
But I submitted knowing that it's submitted just to be submitted, but I know I had to get it right before they actually view it. And I used that time wisely, and I've been running with that structure since. Then I got, and it's I'm basically going through I'm sparring my way of producing it. You could just say that creatively, creatively. That's all, So, but it's been a great journey with this, And one, I'm also happy that y'all can be a part of it because, you seen part 2, right?
Yeah, man. That's see a lot of people haven't saw part 1,
right?
So I wish it was a way that I can describe part 1 to you. AP, take the flow. AP, take the flow. Just
what I'll describe part 1, but let me say this, Bray. As being, I'm a Jersey resident,
right?
And there's so many different places that have affected hip hop. So, New Jersey, Philly, Bay Area, because when we think of hip hop, a lot of times just people go East Coast, then it went West Coast. Sometimes they include the South, but there's so many places that had an impact. Like if you go down South, like DMR from Houston, they had a serious impact and changed the sound of music. You go down to Miami, Luke and his whole squad, they changed it. But there's not a lot of footage and historical, footage of these areas and documentation. So thank you for making a documentary on my home state, your home state, and letting us have our props because they're well deserved. And, there's so many people that came out of Jersey, your Tretches, your Queen Latifahs, your Wise Intelligence, your Redmans, your Tame Ones, people, your outsiders, so many people in so many different lanes, underground, commercial, all the stuff Latifah's doing. I mean, I go on and on, but thank you for making that.
Yeah.
And representing for us. But going back to what you said, part 1 was like, listen, I always say this to you, and I'm not being disrespectful because this is what it was.
Because I don't want to come off biased because we your brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying maybe you can come with it.
I'm gonna tell you how it really was. My man Ray pulled out we was sitting at the brewery. He pulled out his phone. He put the phone on a pizza box. DMR was not lying. He said, I got this film I want to show y'all. In the back of my head, I'm like, what? That's what I was thinking. I just met this dude. He put it on. I'm watching. more like this. It took like two minutes, and I'm like, I'm all in. I
Yeah.
was all in because he's talking about my home state. He's talking about artists from my state, artists that I love. He's giving history to the people in my state. I'm watching the transitions, the way he's coming in and out, the footage that he has is some of his vintage. I'm like, damn, like he got them in the cut. Like he has some of this footage is like people are in the cut. Like you know, like the one you have, you know, with Do It All. Y'all on the block. So, you know, it's such a like it's such a good movie. It's a good look for Jersey, and I'm very proud of him, man. I'm very proud of him.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I just want to say, bro, AP has told me a few times that he's peeped my detail. And I'm one of the type of guy I peep his detail in the stuff that he do, the work that he do on the gram.
Right.
So when he was talking about the transitions and stuff, bro, like your shit wasn't put together like half-ass. I may not be Martin Scorsese or one of them type of guys, but you know, I'm a consumer, I'm a watcher of things, you know what I'm saying? And if it don't transition right, you know, I can't, it throw me off. I can't fuck with it, bro. So the fact that your shit was put together, it was put together like something that was already from like a Netflix. I'm not gonna even disrespect you, but I'm just saying it was already put together like it could go straight to some type of streaming platform. To me, and I know you said you edited a lot of times, and you know you keep going in and doing things, but I'm just saying that at that first glance, the shit was dope as fuck, bro. And then now you're on your part 2. Like we watched part 1 in the metaverse. You know, that was a dope experience right there.
That's
you know,
right. Yeah. Shout out to Malcolm Williams. Very
I wish
talented.
I had some goggles or something to do it. But the shit it was a dope experience, man. Talk about that, man.
So the metaverse experience, for those who don't know, for those who basically want to hear what it is, it's we had a screening in a virtual hip hop museum dedicated to Jersey. So you would see something on the wall, digital. It might be a Redman image. You might see a Naughty by Nature. You might see a Outsiders Rod Digger. The list goes on. Lords of the Underground. The list goes on. And also we had the screen where so you have your avatar, and as your avatar, you will watch the documentary in the metaverse. And you can experience it on your phone, your laptop, smart TV, and some actually have their VRs on, you know, which, you know, makes the experience even more fun. And we also have shout out to Malcolm Williams. He's the VTech behind that. And hey, what's up, Shay? What's good? Actually, listen. Oh no. Oh, it's say less. We're H-Town. It is H-Town. It is absolutely. And we are having another one actually. So shout out to Malcolm Williams. Malcolm Williams is a VTech from Chicago, and he's very talented, you know, with the virtual reality. So look out for more. That's just the beginning of the virtual side of things, you know, as far as you know, you got to respect the legends of hip hop legacy. So look out for more of that. However, and again, you know, it was just another experience, a different type of experience to watch it, opposed to, you know, the norm. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get into the part 2, man. Into the part 2.
Okay.
At the beginning, you and your crew, y'all was in there, y'all was chopping it up, and you said something like, "It's always a top rapper." It's somebody was like, ain't no such thing as a top rapper nowadays. You was like, nah, it's always a top rapper. It's always. Who's the top Jersey guys, man? Like or girls or female MCs? Like who's the Mount Rushmore of Jersey? The whole state. Because a lot of people from outside don't know that, like Jersey City and Newark and all the other little different cities, man, you know, Camden and Patterson, like a lot of them don't know that shit different. They just look at Jersey as a fucking island or something. Everybody's the same.
Yeah,
it's the same.
So everybody in Jersey, man, who's the Jersey Mount Rushmore? Only 4. Don't be giving me that.
What if it's a group though? What if one of them is so great? It's a group.
Hey man.
Hey man.
It's always a top rapper, man.
Yeah.
He throw it back on you.
So even if they from a group, man, you gotta take them out, or you taking up 2 or 3 spots. You know, however many people you name, but it can only be 4 people.
Not names. What about names?
It can only be 4 individuals. The Mount Rushmore.
Well, 1 and 2 is Tretch and Redman from the Rip.
Tretch and Redman.
That's without saying. Because Mount Rushmore is only 4, so I would say Tretch, Redman. Latifah.
Yeah.
Lauren.
And Lauren?
And Lauren.
I like that. That's solid. That's solid, man. And you got stuff about everybody you named in the documentary, man. Say I don't even know where you want to start, AP, because if you want to start from the top of it or how you want to do this.
Well, all right. Let me just go real quick. Can we to talk about it? I mean, you have no problem us discussing some parts about it? We good?
Well, yeah, it's like this. I know when to, shift gears, whatever. You get what I'm saying? But
okay. So I guess I could say this was there was I saw more of a focus on female MCs, which I really loved seeing that. And I think that's a part that brought me in, because it was like, okay, we know we got our Tretches, we got our Redmans, we got all this, but to give the ladies that focus and to show the versatility of Jersey, like, yo, not only are male MCs dope, our female MCs be kicking ass too. Mm-hmm. So what kind of made you, show a little bit more of that?
Well, one, you from the Rip, you got to honor the women from the Rip. You got to honor the ladies from the Rip. That's one. And 2, not just because they just happen to be a female, but the particular names that were honored on part 2, they just happen to be people that brought some impact to the game, and they come from Jersey. They
Queen Latifah and Rod Digger.
Queen Latifah and Rod Digger. And so for those who are new to what we're discussing and the concept of the documentary is very simple. It's how it shows how hip hop made an impact on our state, New Jersey. And in return, it shows how New Jersey has made an impact and a contribution to hip hop culture. That's facts. All right. And those 2 have, you see, there were 2 individuals who were impacted by hip hop, and in return, they made an impact on the hip hop culture, as Rod Digger and as Queen Latifah, as Tretch, as Redman, and as Lords of the Underground and anyone else that were highlighted in this documentary. You know, it's more names but yeah. Yep.
Hey, it was interesting to me, man, to hear how Raw Digger, like the lineage or whatever you want to call it, like the chronological order of crews that she was in before she really got to where she was, where she made a household name for herself. She said she was with Flavor Unit, which is Queen Latifah, Lakim Shabazz,
Rob G,
bro, 45 King, Apache,
Black T.
Yeah, he got honored too, actually. I want to put this in the universe too. Yeah, I mentioned 45 King.
All right, hold up real quick though. Before we go there, just let me finish talking about Rod Digger real quick, and we'll make the transition, bro. She was with the Flavor Unit. We'll get to the Flavor Unit later. She was with DOS Effects, Q-Tip, and then Flip Mode. So it seemed like besides the Flavor Unit, she was the only female in the crew. And she was holding it down, bro.
But I'm gonna say, don't forget the Outsiders, because she's the only.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget the Outsiders too.
With the Outsiders, yeah.
Don't forget the Outs.
With Young Z,
Pace One,
yeah. Like she was always the female of the crew, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
But besides Flavor Unit, she was the only female. But it was a good look. So when was that footage that you had of her when she was holding up the picture of herself? Like, was that recent?
Yes. So that was shout out to, I forgot his name, man. We were at this club called Dingbats that night. Yeah. And before she went on stage, the guy was showing me him showing me, how he was, painting the picture, whatever,
Yeah.
So she decided to hold the picture up during the interview because it was so dope, and I watched him how he made it. You might see a little bit of that on the segment, and it was a dope night. Shout out to Rod Digger, the Outsiders, L, the Sensei from the Artifacts.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Tane.
Rest in peace, Tane One, man.
Tane. Yep.
So she knew what you was doing. Had she heard of you, or did she know about the part one? So like, how was she just automatically just on board to give that? Because I mean, she gave some she dropped some jewels on that interview, man. And I see you had to stop somebody. From talking to you. I saw that part too, but yeah, like her story is so dope though, man. Like, just how did she just get on board like that, man?
Well, what made it easy, by the time I interviewed Rod Digger, I already had a body of work.
Got you.
So that makes it easier. When you interview a rapper, entertainer, whatever, when they already heard that names were involved, because before I interviewed her, she'd have seen a few clips, so that that drew her in for the most part. So and right now I'm waiting for y'all boy Wise. I'm waiting for see what I reached out to him, so we trying to
YZ.
No, Wise Intelligence.
Okay,
PRC.
Gotcha.
PRC, yeah.
Say, so damn, man, this is what I want to know, man. I want to know what was Young Z jamming in them headphones on the bus that made them wild out. Like, what was he jamming in them headphones, man?
Yeah, shout out to Young Z. Yeah, shout out to Young Z. Actually, they're on the documentary, but if Young Z, you watching this interview, just let you know, there's room for an outsider's edition of the documentary. There you go. Shout out to Tame One.
You see Pacer. You see
Shout out to
Pacer.
Tame One. Hey, listen.
Pacer.
Mental magazine.
I gave y'all a little hint in one of those pictures. I don't know if you picked up on it, and I didn't discuss it in the actual documentary, but it's a picture with them and Eminem. And for those who don't know, before M signed with Dre, he was working heavy with the Outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And was in Outsiders.
He's actually a part. He's an outsider.
Yeah.
He's an outsider. Yeah, he's an outsider. Yep.
So it's a couple of people, man. I thought you was gonna try to put some info on this one right here, man. So it must mean it's gonna be like a part 3 and a part 4. Because I was looking for a couple of names. You know who I was thinking?
All right, just give me a city. Give me the city.
They connected with Houston.
Oh, well, actually, truth be told, I can have that situated for part 4.
Okay.
You know, and Bridget used it as a bridge into Houston.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
I see.
You know, did y'all see the preview of part 3? It's on part 2.
Yeah, I saw that thing.
I saw the whole thing. I didn't know what we got into a preview.
Yeah, preview part 3, because it's the way it's the way I did it, right?
Was the preview at the beginning or at the end?
At the end.
Okay.
It was at the end, and then it returns back to the credits.
Okay.
Right? It's like I'm basically, as I'm producing these joints, I'm developing a signature style. Like, okay. Spike Lee has a signature style. Everybody, you know how it is. They got a signature. Filmmakers, videographer, they had signature styles after a period of time. And if it might take some people more additions to see it, mm-hmm. And I do have a signature style, but you know, being that 2 is done and 3 is in the process, by watching those, you can tell that it's a signature style that's developing pretty much.
I had to watch it to the end to know that I was in it. I was like, yo.
Yeah. From Hackensack, that name, right?
Right.
Hackensack, yeah, from Hackensack.
Yeah.
Yep. Shout out to Mike Jones, Hackensack. Hackensack Brewery is, Hackensack Brewery showed us so much love. We all call it home. That's crazy. Yeah. I would never think I would call any place in Bergen County home. You know, it's in Bergen County. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you got to
love, man, and it's nothing but greatness that you see.
Yeah,
that just chill out and have a good time at the brewery. You know.
Yep.
Like, I can't even count how many times I've been there now.
That's
Yeah.
I can't even count.
That's a spot.
Yeah.
Hey man, so I know the documentary, the film is about the music. But real quick, I want to let some people know that it was some classic movies out of Jersey too, since we talking about Jersey, man. Gotta salute Lean on Me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that was filmed in Patterson.
Shout out to Jermaine Hopkins. At the time, I was going to the same elementary school as Jermaine Hopkins. We went to Sussex Avenue. He's probably about 3 years difference or whatever. And
if they don't know who that is, that's
Still.
That's still from Juice. You know, that's
Still.
how it is. You smoke crack, don't you, boy? You know, that's how it is.
Right.
Gotta get it right, buddy.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's still from Juice, right?
I was doing the hoochie coochie, motherfucker.
Yeah. Where you say the bishop, fuck you up for me?
Yeah. Ain't you tired of this? Yeah, for real.
And I never forget, I never forget when they were filming that Lean on Me, and also someone from my hood was also in it. He was an extra. I never forget. He was like, "Yo, man, I got my check for being an extra on this movie called Lean on Me that's coming out."
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and then it came out, and that movie blew up.
Yeah,
that movie really blew up. Patterson, Eastside, Joe Clark. Joe Clark ended up being the warden for the youth house, actually.
Damn. Hey, so in rest in peace, Bernie Mac, man. We got to shout out Guess Who, the movie with him and Ashton Kutcher. That was filmed in Cranford, New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? And also that old joint, the Cookout. The Cookout that was out there in Jersey too, man. So you putting them onto the music from Jersey, but we had to put them onto a couple of movies that just in case they didn't know was filmed in Jersey, man. You know what I'm saying?
That was in what's the name's hood? That was in rest in peace to Whitney Houston. That was in her hood, like the Dodgetown area.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, so man, I want to go back to the movie, man. Your man's DJ Doughboy.
Mm-hmm.
Big salute to your boy DJ Doughboy, man. He was dropping some gems on there, man. He was talking about Sugar Hill Records was basically the start of hip hop in its recorded form. You see, I got the joy right there.
I see.
Yeah. He said that was basically like hip hop in its recorded form.
Right.
Was Sugar, and that's Inglewood, New Jersey.
Right. And all I can say is this, because
classic.
That was the first. Sugar Hill Records was the first actual hip hop record label as well. So, and I'm pretty sure people might debate with some things, the history, of course, but listen, you can fact check it. Like he said, you want to fact check, G-check, whatever. So,
and then he also said that, I think he said 2/3 or 3/4 of hip hop's first rhymes that we memorized, like the first bars that was like praised in hip hop, come from New Jersey rappers, man. Because what he say, Big Bang Hank was the only one that didn't write his own rhymes or something like that. His rhymes was wrote by Grandmaster Cass, but everybody else was from Jersey. So like the first MCs that we heard on wax was Jersey cats.
And the chicken tastes like wood.
The chicken tastes like wood. You know what? I ran across some chicken like that before. Man, that's a shame.
Yo, man. Yeah, that was, I was a kid, but I remember, hearing don't. Yeah, I remember hearing that, man. It was that beat, so, and the original where it's sampled from, Good Times.
Yeah.
It was like my father was playing Good Times, and my older brother and sister was playing hip hop to hip, you know what I mean? So, so yeah, both of those songs to this day bring back memories. So,
yep. So let's go back to the Flavor Unit, man, because you was dropping some gems up in that motherfucker by Flavor Unit, bro.
Yeah.
We got to give them their flowers, because like part of that crew was Jersey people, And it was like some New York cats up in there too, like some Bronx cats up in that clique, man. But for the most part, like that was a Jersey crew. You know, like give them some flowers real quick, man, and you know, let's mention some of the people, man, and talk about them in a little bit more depth.
Yeah, shout out to I forgot the guy's name. He know who he is. He actually I guess corrected me. We had like a little debate. But you know, when it comes to the truth, I just stop. If it's the truth, you can't debate the truth.
Okay.
And he said that I mentioned in the documentary about how Queen Latifah created Flavor Unit. But I should have been more specific by saying Flavor Unit Productions or the Flavor Unit label or management company, opposed to saying the movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the movement was created by Mark the 45 King.
Mm-hmm.
And like he said in the documentary, Mark 45 King is arguably one of the best producers of all time.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's responsible for
With the Hard Knock Life and what else he produced, man.
a lot of quality classics.
Stan?
From
Stan?
Yeah, even back to Will Smith. I mean, Fresh Prince, DJ Jazzy Jeff. The list goes on. Listen,
900 number.
Yeah.
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 You know, so
Legend.
we can have one about 45. You're listening. You know, we can have one about 45 King and the Flavor Unit alone. You know, so shout out to 45 King, and you know he's one of the, you know, like I said, he's a founding member of the Flavor Unit, and you know, look what Flavor Unit brought to the game. Flavor Unit brought Naughty by Nature and Black Sheep to the world at the same time.
And rest in peace, Apache, man. Apache would have been something else, bro, if he would still be here with us, though, bro. Like his music was dope.
Apache, like is also responsible for discovering someone else that's mentioned, that's actually featured on the documentary. You know, which is Kojo, formerly known as Drift. We still call him Drift, but he's now King Kojo.
Oh yeah, man. Shout out to your man Kojo.
So you also see his story as well.
Yeah, he's
Mm-hmm.
he's in a YouTube, it's a YouTube series called The Spot.
Yes.
By some Brooklyn guys, man. Cloud9 TV. He's in that joint, man. Salute to your man Drift, man.
Yeah.
Kojo. Salute to him, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, and I saw he was in a Scarface video too, man.
Scarface, Jada,
Yeah.
and
salute, bro.
Then Scarface was when DJ Khaled had shot the video between here in Philly with Meek Mill.
Okay.
And John Legend, No Surrender.
Okay.
Never Surrender. So yeah. You know, so shout out to Drift. Shout out to Drift, aka King Kojo. Also shout out to who else we got? One, also definitely much respect and salute to Vin Rock, the backbone of Naughty by Nature.
Mm-hmm. And
what I'm about to say is a slight spoiler alert, but it's just to make sense of what exactly. So for those who saw part one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for those who saw part one honored Naughty, but it focused on Tretch.
Yeah.
You both seen part one, right? It focused on Tretch. It honored Naughty, but it focused on Tretch. And part 2 honors Vinny. I know it honors Naughty, but it focuses on Vinny, honors Vinny. It gives Vinny his flowers. And God working mysterious ways. When I finished part 2, guess what I discovered in a box that was so clean it looked like I packaged it yesterday? The KG footage.
Get out of here, man. What?
The KG footage.
Damn.
Right? And you will see it in 2.5. Because, just to let y'all know, it's a 2.5 version that you're gonna see in a few weeks. A 2.5 version. So you just seen Jersey's Impact Part 2.
Yeah.
And everybody see 2.5. And 2.5 will have the KG preview. So I'm just gonna put that out there. So yep.
Woo.
Yep. So
we're gonna have the 2.5. What more?
And 2.5 is also an extended preview of part 3. Like you're gonna see an extended preview of part 3 that includes KG.
Okay. So I got a couple of questions then. So how much more needs to be told about Jersey? And then what city are you moving to next?
All right, so realistically speaking, part 3 is already in motion. Part 4 might not be right after part 3 because I'm gonna say this. I'm already setting up to interview Harlem.
That'll be a good one too.
Harlem. But you already know when we hit the South, in the ward first.
That's real. A couple questions.
Okay.
Yep.
Talk to him, AP.
I got a couple questions, Mr. Landski.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ever going to make it to South Jersey?
We are.
Okay.
We are.
Okay.
But here's the thing. That's going to start with part 4 though. That's what I'm saying. That's a whole other edition. That's part 4 because real talk, that's starting with Wise. So Wise, if you're hearing this, it's South Jersey starts with you. Okay. So that's only right because I want to say this. Before it was a Tretch, with that flow,
yep,
it was Wise Intelligent.
Wise Intelligent, baby.
With an ill flow. Like he used to break shit down. Like I can hear a little bit of Wise in Tretch.
I think you said this the other day when we was talking, and I had to sit and think. I've thought about it, and you were right. Is that before, like Naughty, because Naughty hits 91, but that first Poor Righteous Teachers album came out in 1990. Latifah's album comes out 89. Then like Poor Righteous Teachers dropped 90. But Poor Righteous Teachers is like Jersey. Like they was like, okay, they put them on their back and they were the big Jersey thing, Rock This Funky Joint and all that. Then Naughty just took over. There was like onslaught. Like they just once OPP dropped, it was a wrap.
It started a whole new movement, man.
Yeah, it was a wrap.
I'll even give you my perspective of it from down here, man. Like I was just a Rap City, like rat. Like I would just watch Rap City and MTV Raps, but it wasn't a lot of cats that accepted everything like I did though. A lot of people from down here really didn't fuck with a lot of different sounds of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But I do remember PRT I remember Rock This Funky Joint. I remember falling in love with that song Shaquilla.
Right.
But,
I'm Shaquilla. Yeah.
yeah, but fam, when Naughty hit, man, Naughty was just crazy, man. Hip hop, it was just bars and shit. But
Mm-hmm.
but then Naughty came out and started telling the story, and then they visuals kind of gave you the vibe like everything's gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like in the projects and
Mm-hmm.
little baby outside crying and shit, like that kind of gave you a feel for like the bricks. You know what I'm saying? Like and the projects, what I mean, not Brick City, but like the projects out there that and the people that represented Jersey. I got a whole different vibe from that. I'm not saying nothing was wrong with PRT, but they just didn't
Well,
they didn't just speak about Jersey specifically. They just spit.
they were God body, so it was like they
Yeah.
was bringing the science and all that. So that's what their whole thing was. You know what I mean?
But
Poor,
Naughty,
poor righteous teachers, but Naughty captured everything.
yeah, Naughty made sure they came to let you
Yeah,
know, hey man, we from Jersey and this what we doing.
yeah.
I'm saying I was digging the shit, man. They had a different sound too. They had your feel me flow, you know, that type of vibe.
Feel me flow. Feel me
Yeah,
flow.
you know, they even came down here and did part of their video in Fifth Ward for the craziest.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was just feeling the whole vibe, man. Like everything that they was coming with, it wasn't regional. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody was able to feel it.
Yeah. Well, one, back to when you mentioned the video, everything is going to be all right. Ghetto Bastard, that brought back memories. I remember when they shot that video, man. I remember when they shot it. When they were shooting the video,
Yeah,
I was a kid backing up groceries a few blocks away from where they were shooting it, and uh, with my crew, and I remember hearing about them. They said, "Yo, Lodi just the word around the hood was Lodi just finished filming their new video in 7th Avenue Projects." Anybody know about? And they show, and I think maybe the craziest or Kaklaka Cloud, they show the projects being blown down, whatever. You get what I'm saying? And it brings back memories. Feel Me Flow. I remember that first drop, like the video, how it went from like wintertime to summer, and just the whole vibe. And
Yeah.
Naughty by Nature's whole vibe collectively is block party. Like they give you the whole vibe of their music. They give you block shit, and they give you party, but more block party, not fancy, shiny party, but more so fun. Like they give you that vibe of going to the Greek Fest. You get what I'm saying? You and your cats from the hood, y'all going to Greek Fest. They give you that vibe. We from the hood. We going such and such. Oh, we meeting the ladies. We having fun. You can't fuck with us. We the toughest. All in one. So and so salute. And I always said this. I said this some years back. I said before you had 50, you had Tretch.
Mm-hmm.
So you can it's a album. Yeah, it's a possible influence of Tretch on 50. And he also I've seen him acknowledge him as well. So yeah.
Well, going back a ways to what DMR was saying about people like the route Mount Rushmore and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get into who's the top or whatever, but when I was younger, we would do that stuff. But there was a time when there were certain rappers who were the top rappers. Like, you can't tell me there was a time when, say, Run was the top rapper, LL was. There was a time when Ice Cube was the top rapper, Grand Puba was the top rapper. But there was Tretch ran things for a minute. Like, if you said to somebody, yo, who's the best rapper? Oh, Tretch. And it was, nobody was going to debate you. I don't care. Wait, I mean, you might have your regional stuff, but if somebody said Tretch and you was like, okay, you got that. And I stand by, like, I'll say this. Tretch was never my favorite rapper, but if somebody says Tretch is the best rapper out at that time, yeah, you're right. I wasn't debating him. I'm like, there's no debate. I'm like, that dude.
It was arguable, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I mean, everybody, like, it's regional, everybody has their thing, but to have a dude from Jersey to be up there, the anthems that they have, the skill level that he had, the voice, the way he flip, flap, flip, you know, we talked about Eminem. Eminem will tell you, he was a great influence on him. He can recite Tretch's lyrics of a flip, flap, flip, flip, flip. He says all that stuff. So, you know.
Hey, and big salute to Tretch, man. You know, he was in the movie that was filmed down here, you know, Jason's Lyrics. So that's another way that Houston and Jersey, you know, just been connected over the years, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He was in that Scarface video. He was in that Scarface video at the time too when he was filming Jason's Lyrics. I forgot the video. That was when that was around the time when Ghetto Boys had Big Mike and Scarface was doing his own thing. And I remember Tretch being in the video and everything. Yeah.
So it must have been like 9-2, 9-3.
9-3, yeah. Like somewhere around 9-3, something like that. But yeah, so you know, and you know, everybody know Tretch. And I'm gonna tell you something too, man. Tretch, it was what he said and how he said it. Like the flow, and it was raw. And then on top of that, their style was a breakthrough style for the era because we went from shiny to grimy.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't pretty, it was more about gritty, more rugged, you know, the Carhartt vest, the flight coats, the boots, you know, so and then he walked around with the axe. You get what I'm saying? Like Flav got a clock. Tretch had a motherfucking axe. He had a machete, Alibaba. You get what I'm saying? Like
AP want to say something.
No, that? He caught me with something I never really thought about.
Yeah.
Everybody really talks about the grimy era starting like 93. They talk about maybe or 92, 93, Black Moon. Onyx, all that. But yo, now you just blew my mind. Think about it. Naughty brought that in 91.
Hey,
Dirty.
But if you look at Rock This Funky Joint video, man, Wise Intelligent, like he like rugged jeans, 40 belows. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a different type of grimy right there.
But it wasn't that naughty. Naughty was
like the khaki suits and
because Wise was dancing like this in the club in the car wash.
Yeah. Don't get me started. I know what you mean. But you mean like the khaki suits, the hoodies.
Yo,
he superheroized it.
The high tech boots.
But he superhero that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like the chain. The dog shit.
Yeah, I never put it together.
You get what I'm saying? He put it together like as some superhero shit. So if they had a video game back then, you would fuck around and have Tretch with a motherfucking axe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you had Def Jam Vendetta. If they had that in the era of 1903, it'd be Tretch with a motherfucking
95, axe. He had the chain. Look, 95, he had
look. They had the chain.
The lock.
They had the chain. They had a bat.
Yeah.
Machete. These had a bat, like an Uptown Anthem. They had the bats. You'll see them in the videos with the bat. You get what I'm saying? So, they revolutionized that ruggedness to the game. Like I said, the whole vibe was block party. Because a lot of times people make party music dress, you know, looking pretty, whatever. They made it looking gritty, but they didn't just make party music. They made street music. They made some timeless classics, and you know, and KG made the timeless tracks, the timeless sound for that era, you know. So
I'm not gonna get into what I want to say about that. I won't say something, but but I'm gonna say this. Something that Naughty, well, I don't know if it was Tommy Boy's idea or whatever, but it was so simple because I know everybody wanted to get their hands on one. Those simple OPP stickers,
yeah,
people
Yeah.
was fighting over. Yo, people was getting that, and then when they came out with the Naughty gear and all that, that stuff, that stuff was brilliant. That was
What about
brilliant.
the sleepy hat? Didn't Tretch have the sleepy hat?
They had, all
man.
that. And matter of fact, damn, Ray, you know what Tretch revolutionized?
What's that?
Rap hands. Because wasn't nobody doing this before Tretch. Wasn't nobody doing all the movements like that before Tretch. Nobody. You can't tell me nobody was doing that.
And
Everybody wanted to move the way Tretch was moving
Yeah,
when he rhymed.
yeah,
Everybody did that.
yeah. You right.
and did y'all see? Y'all saw what's that video?
You right.
Y'all seen the Diplomats, gangster music?
Yeah.
Y'all
Implement.
listening to gangster music. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun. Right in the beginning, that's Naughty. That dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
Naughty. That, dun, 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 dun. Anytime, and I'm gonna tell you else.
There was that.
This was Naughty that everybody still do at like worldwide hip hop concerts. Oh, hey, hey, listen, man, it's all Jersey, man.
It got to a point. It got to a point that that crisscross looked like little Tretches. You know what I'm saying? They looked like little Tretches the way they was bouncing when they was rapping and shit.
Whoa.
It was just a certain way they was bouncing. You know that iconic rapper, raise your knee up, that old 90s flow when you be rapping, you gotta raise your knee up and shit.
Yeah.
That shit came from Tretch. Now that you mentioned it, bro.
I do you one better. Tretch jumped on the track with him and turned the youngsters into a bunch of 3 Tretches. He turned the youngsters into 3 Tretches. He did. It's the mother number one, the funky youngsters. He turned that joint over, and they turned them all into Tretches.
Yep. And shout out to the youngsters.
He had the axe in that video.
Right.
Yeah. I remember that beat. Don't. Yo, that shit.
That was so hard.
Oh man.
It's the motherfucking number one. The funky youngsters. That was the joint.
Hey man, your boy, your man's DJ Doughboy. He was saying that like New York would always get put out when it comes to like movies was always shot in New York. You had to record in New York to make it. Clothing always come out in New York first. It was like the story was always told from a New York point of view when it come to the world and shit like that. Like either New York or LA. Like he was saying those were like the biggest hubs. But when it comes to the music though, man, I think New Jersey is just as important though, bro, because you got the boroughs, you got your Queens and your Bronx and your Brooklyn and everything. You got all them legends that came from that, man. But you can't talk about the early years of hip hop, man, and not mention like look at them like people like Nikki D, bro.
Like who?
Nikki D.
Heather B.
First couple of members of the Ghetto Boys, man, was from Trenton, New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Royal Flush, New Jersey. Well, not the Queens rapper Royal Flush. The joint I got right behind me.
New Jersey. New Jersey.
Yeah.
Not Redhead Kingpin.
New Jersey.
I remember.
So as New Jersey guys, man, to the world, like I want y'all to, especially you, Ray, but even UltraLab, I want you to chime in too on that. But like, explain to people how it's not the same, man. It's New Jersey and New York is two different movements. You know what I'm saying? Just like explain that a little bit and some of the things that make it different.
Well, all right. Well, one, the accent. It's a different accent. It's different accents, but there are similarities. Like there are similarities and there are differences. But the similarities is what links us because even though we are two separate, regions, whatever, we still identify with each other just as much as the world identifies us, if that makes sense. It's a style, though. First of all, we have a different style.
Yeah.
And not just rap music and hip hop music. Also, let's say they might like disco. We might like more house. Like we're more house. And when it comes to old school music, they might say more disco, even though disco leans towards house. But it's a difference. But at the same time, it's very similar. And I say this: in New York, Jersey has two sides of Jersey, North and South. North is more like New York, has more New York similarities. The South has more Philly similarities.
Right.
More Philly similarities. So that's why it didn't shock me when Uzi Vert said he used to go skating in Camden all the time. So I'm pretty sure, cats like Meek and Beans and all them, State Property, rock with Camden and South Jersey. It's just like you'll hear about Harlem, Dipset rocking with Newark, Patterson, so.
Yeah, because I like that part when he was like, man, he say even though it's a 5-minute path train, to New York, if you like in Jersey City or something like that, he was like, but it's two different entities, man. It's not the same. He was like, just didn't want people to think that, you mentioned East Coast and you say New York first when it comes to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just something I want to make sure that y'all get a chance to voice that to the people out there.
Well, it was kind of when we first met, when you were like, yo, I'm going to be in Jersey. So, yo, and then I was like, where at?
Yeah.
And you was like, Newark. I'm like, man, that's an hour and a half away. I'm like, so.
I had no clue.
Yeah. People just say Jersey is Jersey. And I always try to tell people when they say, yeah, I'm from Jersey, but I always say Philly's 15 minutes that way. So the way it's weird, like Ray broke it down. He breaks it down into North and South Jersey. I break it up into 3 parts. To me, there's South Jersey, there's Central Jersey, which would be Trenton area, and then North Jersey, like, your Newarks, Jersey City, Patterson, all that. But the thing with South Jersey is we're Philly's right there, so we grew up on like Philly stuff. So, I'll say John. I know Ray don't say John, like that's not, he ain't grow up saying John, but we said that type of thing. Like, yo, the boy over there, like, just because that's Philly slang and that's what we grew up with. But to me, Philly always seemed to be like even when you hear their music. So I'm talking about the South Jersey influence from Philly is that Philly music was always drum heavy. It was always sparse. It was always bump, 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 bump. Where when I would hear music from North Jersey, like Ray was saying, there's a big dance culture. There's that house and club music. So when I would hear stuff from 45 King, he's got da ba ba da ba 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 ba. He's got this where Philly was like boom cha ba ba. So there is a difference in the way kind of people move and sound, but when it all comes down to it, whether North Jersey, Central Jersey, South Jersey, we were all not from New York. So we were all on the outside looking in. So
Yeah.
we all came under that banner and we could all gather under that and say, okay, they ain't going to let us in. We got to knock this door down and let them know the Jersey's here.
That's right. That's right, man.
Yeah, man. Damn.
I think they deserve, you know, and I like what you're doing too, man. Jersey deserves a conversation when it comes to, you know, some of the forefathers, man, and the pioneers when it comes to hip hop. I just think they need a conversation, and you doing that. You're doing that, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'd like to see you come down here to H-Town and you know, spice up the whole repertoire of the You Gotta series and get a lot of other cities like what other cities are you interested in doing, man? Like off the top of your head, some of the other cities you're thinking about.
So truth be told, I want to say this because I don't want to have I want to keep exclusivity to it, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want everybody to think, because I know everybody's gonna think everyone is gonna assume that, all right, so he did Jersey, he's doing New York, I don't want people to think that it will be a region. It's always going to be just about a region or a city, because individual ones will be made as well. Like I would love to do one, like say when we head down to Texas, right? Of course, one on let's just say Fifth Ward, right? Mm-hmm. Or just say Texas as a whole, right? But at the same time, I would love to do a spinoff of just Face and Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
You're going to have to do that, because if you do Texas as a whole, you'll be here till next year.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But you see what I'm saying? I would love to do like matter of fact, I don't want to see the name on this, but what's in the making is a spinoff of an individual that's on part one, and he's on a little bit of part two. I can't say their name,
okay,
but a spinoff is in the making.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta respect the legends, such and such edition.
Okay,
right.
Just them.
I like that.
Just them. So I don't want people to assume that it's just going to be about just, you know, because they're individuals. So I'm basically going to finesse it different ways, you know, just to keep it more refreshing and exciting and exclusive, you know. So,
hey man, I'm finna ask you a question that I'm pretty sure everybody want to know.
Mm-hmm.
How? I know we watched it in the metaverse,
mm-hmm.
but if people want to watch it today, the volume 1, mm-hmm. today or tomorrow, next week, like very soon, if they want to watch it, how can they watch it? Because we talking about the volume 2, and this motherfucker's out there like,
I ain't even see part 1 yet, right?
I ain't see part 1 yet. Yeah.
Right. So right now, the whole history of Ghetto Boys would be dope. Absolutely. Yes, right. Yeah. Ghetto Boys be dope.
Okay, man.
And Jay Prince. But I say this.
They want to watch it, man.
They want to watch it. Put it with the as soon as that ink is dry, it will be on a streaming platform. The ink is just not dry yet. The ink will be dry.
I got you.
I say something possibly next month.
Got you.
Possibly next month. Literally, possibly next month. Possibly this month. Really, actually. But definitely next month. You know, but you actually possibly this month. Part 2 will be screened in June 24th at the Newark International Film Festival at the Cityplex Theater in Newark, New Jersey. Right?
Good look.
And here's an August bonus. No specific date yet, but the Hip Hop Film Festival in Manhattan will be playing part 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So the Hip Hop Film Festival in August in Manhattan will be playing part 1 and 2.
I like that.
And we're still setting up for a screening tour. So that's another reason why it's more discussed, talked about, video teased, content teased.
Yeah.
Because that's also being set up as well. And so we really it's cooking like meat in the crock pot. But when it hits some platforms,
it's gonna fall off the bone, huh, man?
Hey, listen, that was alley-oop.
Pause.
That was the alley-oop. Slam dunked, yeah.
But yeah, I'm just saying, man, because I want people to understand what type of work we talking about here, man. This ain't just a dude with an iPhone going around and getting some footage and shit. Like it's put together real nice, and we giving you your flowers, for the part 2, man. But it's a lot of people that wanna see that part 1. So if you've been blessed to watch it so far, I'm sure you love it. You're gonna love the part 2. If you haven't seen the part 1 yet, I'm sure you can make it available.
Matter of fact,
ASAP.
Guess what? For one, for anybody that's watching this, right?
Yeah.
Follow. You gotta respect the Legends of Hip Hop Legacy on Instagram. And this weekend, I will be announcing some form of contest to win passes to see part 2. And guess what? You might even get a chance to see part 1.
In the metaverse? Or are you going to fly them out?
Now, part 1 would be in the metaverse, but part 2, the fly them out is not in the budget yet.
Oh, okay.
Yo, you see how he did you? He was like, you gonna fly him out.
I thought you was gonna fly him out to one of the private screenings or something, man.
You know what though? That could be
Newark International Film Festival.
That can be accommodated once the budget is established. That could be accommodated. But you can win pass. Put it this way, you'll be able to win passes. I don't know. That could be an option. You never know. Let me see what the race looking like and see how we can finesse it. But
hey, you might have to finesse that, man. You and Pop, man. Put a plan together, man.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we can get a sponsor to do something.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
Because y'all been having pop-up screenings and everything. Let me make it known to people.
Yeah.
See, so y'all been having pop-up screenings and all that. So people have watched it. You just have to, I guess, basically you have to be out there in the tri-state, and when you have these screenings and these pop-ups and shit, you can show up and watch it until you ink the deal that's gonna put it on a streaming platform.
Right.
Well, you know what? Not okay. So you know what? Now that you mentioned it, right? Since September, when part 1 won the award for best documentary, we've had quite a few pop-up screenings in person and virtually.
That's right.
We had at least 3 virtuals, and we had at least 3 or 4 screenings.
Yeah.
We also have some private screenings as well. We're still giving private. The private screenings are for the basically sponsorships who wants to invest in a partnership package
Okay.
You know, so for anyone that is interested, you know, you can hit up. You gotta respect the legends at gmail.com. And we will point you to the project management, Ramin Moore, who will break down the details effectively. And yeah, so that's where we at that department. Shout out to Pop Ramin Moore. Today is his birthday. You know, right now he's sipping it up right now. You know,
Big birthday salute.
you know, salute to Pop. You know, so he's doing his one too. Pop is definitely, first of all, it's an honor to have Pop a part of this movement.
Yeah.
And Pop is one of those. Every industry have figures behind the work, the action, behind the network. You know, behind the movement. And it's the same person that is the head of Do It All. Now you can say Councilman Do It All. Do It All from the Lawrence Underground, who has 211 Community. He runs 211 Community. He also works with Redman, amongst others. So he's also, you know, plays a part in putting together the some of the hip hop festivities, whether it's giving back to the community, giving the community entertainment, so on and so on, you know. So yeah, big shouts to Pop, and appreciate Pop believing in his vision. And I knew he believed in the vision. Just when someone is dropping jewels and information on something that they can tell that you need,
Yeah.
listen. And then you listen so much, like myself, you just come out and say, yo, Pop, all right, look, we don't get down with the team, man. Come on, what's up, man? What's up? You get what I'm saying? And we've been rocking and rolling since. You know, it's like it's kind of like the old Damon Hove and the new Hove and Emery. You get what I'm saying? You know, because if you know him, that's who he reminds you of, right?
You was telling me that when I was showing you that backpack the other day.
Yeah, exactly.
That Puma joint. Yeah, man.
Exactly. So he like Emery to all of us, you know. So yep.
That's real. Yeah, man. Like I said, bro, I just want people to see what we talking about right here, man. And like you said, y'all follow him. You gotta like give them all your handles right now, just to make sure they tapped into everywhere they need to be.
Can you run them across the screen, dude?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Okay.
I should have been on that.
Hey, it's the first time, man.
Come on. But if you put it in the comments, if you can put it in the comments, I'll just freeze it up there. You know what I'm saying?
Put it
you do that.
Let me,
I can run it in and freeze it up on the screen.
Chat with the studio. I'm putting comments. Okay. Let me chat with the studio.
I was too busy watching the joint for like the fifth time. I should have been getting my banners together in advance. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good look.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, I appreciate everyone's support. We appreciate everyone's support.
Yeah, man.
Miami 2000 type of vibe for you gotta respect the legends of hip hop legacy, which is, you know, a great experience just to see it come to fruition, you know.
Yeah.
Also, June 24th. June 24th. At the screening of part 2, our merchandise will be on sale. New merchandise, and you know, for those who want it now, you have to pre-order at the website. You gotta respect.com, which is also up and running. Well, it's been up and running for a while now. So let me see. You gotta respect, and
you put it in the private chat.
Can you?
I'm finna do it.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
I was trying. You know what? I was trying to comment. You can try
Yeah.
having been on YouTube Live.
No, I don't think when you're in there, I don't think you can write in the regular comments.
Okay, right in the regular
Okay.
comments. Okay.
So you did it, but yeah.
Okay.
Is it just you gotta respect?
Yeah. You gotta respect for the Instagram and 90s versus 2000 type of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So yeah. So shout out to we're 90s versus 2000 type of vibe. We've been struggling on a revamping, but we have a lot of unreleased episodes. So shout out to everybody that's a part of that. Shout out to everyone that's being patient with it. We will bring it back full throttle very soon. That also has a situation right now on the table. So that's also part of the reason why certain content has not been released, because we want to monetize off of it. Let's keep it 1,000.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? But it's patience. It's patience involved. But you will see more new clips. That I can promise. So, yep. Oh, Vibe no S.
No S. Okay.
No S. Yeah, no S.
Damn it, boy. Hey, no S.
Yep. And y'all can follow me at Landski Exclusives also on Instagram. But yeah, so it's like I said, this whole experience has been a great journey. It's been a great journey so far, and I'm looking forward to even more. And for those who don't know, you see it a little bit in part 2, and you're gonna see more in part 3. Before me being a documentarian, I am a barber. This is me. This is my work. This is me. I'm a barber. Now I'm also a barber. I'm a award. Before I was an award-winning documentarian, I was award-winning battle barber. So I'm humble when it comes to giving service to my loved ones, my clients, family, and friends. But I'm ugly when it comes to battling. Straight up. I'm ugly as fuck. Straight up. I get busy. You get what I'm saying? That's DMX when he passed away. The artwork, the logo. You can see it in the stories on Landski Exclusive. So, and it's the documentary really initially is a barbershop hip hop documentary, because if you notice, it will flow back to the barbershop where we discuss it and we talk shit and so on and laugh and have fun, bug out to these subjects, bug out off camera, so it's still fun. It's still fun. And especially since a rookie barber, one thing I was known for is debating about hip hop and just discussing hip hop. One time I remember having stacks of like demos. I could have saw the label back then. So and that's how I met KG. Yeah, I met KG. Shout out to TJ.
Man.
Of TJ's Unisex Barbershop. That's where I started. TJ gave me my first shot, and I forever be grateful and appreciative. TJ grew up with KG, and that's how I met KG. I cut KG's hair. I have a picture of me cutting KG's hair and everything. And when I filmed the documentary, I was KG's personal barber at the time. Meaning I was cutting at the studio when he was
he cut the braids off and shit. He had the
waves. Yep, he had the waves. Yep. And it was around a time when he was reintroduced back into the group, because one time he wasn't a part of the group, which you'll see in part 3, whatever. And so, and it was a time when he had so much work, he would damn near live in the studio all week and then, spend the weekend with the family.
Damn.
And, so he would have everything come to the studio: food, family, haircut services, So, and I would watch him work. I would watch a lot of work being done. Divine Mill Studios. He bought a fire department, turned it into the label and studios. And the crazy thing about it, right? True story. When I interviewed KG, before we left who walks in the door, and he was down to do a full interview as well. Vinny.
Oh
Vinny interview was on the spot. It wasn't scheduled. It was on the spot.
That was love.
That was on the spot. And also, I didn't realize a part of KG's production team was BK. Where's BK from? He's from Jersey City. What group was he a part of? Double X Posse. So that led to the Double X Posse interview, which is a clip of it on the preview for part 3.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good look.
And they's on the couches, leaning, chilling.
Yeah, on the couches chilling. Yeah, that was the Divine Mill Studio. It has so many rooms.
Okay.
So, like, if you go back then, if you go to the Divine Mill Studio, you might see Jaheim playing video games while KG is scoring a movie while in one room somebody's producing. The other is mixing down some vocals that Jaheim just dropped because
what Coffee Brown at? What Coffee Brown doing?
Coffee Brown.
Yeah, where they was at up in there.
Let me see. I never seen Coffee Brown in the studio at the time because at the time,
salute Coffee Brown, man. That was
album. Yeah. Yo, that was a classic album.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a connection for you with Naughty and South Jersey.
What's that?
Janae.
Oh yeah.
So let me break this down.
Yeah.
The light-skinned girl in the group. Yep. Her name is Jeannie Norris.
Mm-hmm.
She lived on the street behind me.
Wow.
Her dad was her dad, Reverend Norris. He was the preacher at her church. So when he wouldn't let them watch television when they was younger. So they would come home after school and come to my house, my mom, and watch the stories with my mom. So my mom would let them come in, her and her sister Natalie, and they watched the stories with my mom. So I know I was in the church choir with Jeannie. Like I seen her I known her since day one.
Damn.
She was like she's probably like two years older than me. But we all used to play baseball, basketball, skateboards, the whole thing. So I known her since I was a kid.
Okay, because I wanted to ask you, right?
Nah, it ain't like that, bro.
Nah, you know.
It ain't that, bro.
But when you broke everything down, say, okay, yeah, that's just a pretty young lady he grew up with. Yeah. When we first said, yeah, I knew. I'm thinking like, I know why her father, as a pastor, we had to keep the fellas off of her, because she's a beautiful lady. She's a beautiful lady. So yeah.
No, I'm just saying he didn't let her watch the. Nah, we was all just kids playing. It wasn't like that yet.
Right.
Yeah, I just know. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny,
they was fired, man.
Yeah.
Fired. Yo, before we wrap it up, bro, I just want to mention everybody that you spotlighted, and even people that helped out with the interviews. Do it all, Councilman, do it all, Redman gave you interviews. Joe Budden gave you interviews. Rod Digger, man, Young Z from the Outsiders. Pace, did you get some footage from Pace 1 too?
We actually have to do an interview with Pace.
Okay.
We just got Pace, but we have to do an interview with Pace because we want to do. So if you notice, because of the time frame, like, because that was, even though Outsiders was mentioned because they were part of the Rod Digger story.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier, we would like, and like I said to Z earlier, Pace, if you're watching, there's room for an Outsiders documentary, straight up.
Absolutely.
And even better too, one of the latest members, the newest members, he's been a part of Outs for some years now.
Yeah.
I'd say at least 10 years or more, maybe. It's from my hood, so shout out to Pip James, so yeah. So that'll be
shout out some more people that helped out with the volume 1 and the volume 2.
Volume 1, volume 2. So you mentioned Redman, you mentioned Joe. Now those were the vintage interviews. 2006, 2008. Lords of the Underground. Who else? Naughty by Nature. It was how Tretch was highlighted more on part 1. Vinny was also on part 1 as well.
What about these guys?
Absolutely. Yo, shout out to Awesome 2. That was perfect. Shout out to Awesome 2. Awesome 2 is on part 2 and 3, actually. Part 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Shout out to Awesome 2, Special K, Teddy Ted. Let's see. Of course, Rod Digger. You see Rod Digger on part 2. DJ Doughboy, by the way. Shout out to DJ Doughboy. DJ Doughboy is the jewel dropper, and you also see Doughboy receive his flowers on part 3. And I have a surprise for y'all when it comes to DJ Doughboy. Something that you're going to realize when you see part 3. DJ Doughboy is also an original member of Flavor Unit.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that as a rapper, not a DJ.
DJ Doughboy. Okay, I'm going to check him out. Oh, I also was doing a little research, and I seen that at one time Outkast was managed by Flavor Unit. Were you aware of that?
I didn't know I've heard that before, but I didn't know to what extent. You get what I'm saying?
I heard they was managed by Flavor Unit at one time.
I thought it was only from what I heard. I could be wrong. Only from what I heard was this the very beginning, like Southern Playalistic Cadillac era, the first album era when Puff shot the video.
Yeah.
So if that's true, I've heard something like that, but not the. But the thing is, I didn't really, as time went on, I didn't see the affiliation carry on, So, you know, I've heard something like that, but I don't know how true it is, So, could be possible, but I never got a confirmation on that. But I've heard something to that effect.
No doubt. Yeah, I just want to make sure we don't leave nobody out, man, when it comes to these flowers, man.
Can I mention some people that?
Yeah, go ahead. Some
contributions. Okay, so besides all the rappers that were named that were interviewed, even I'm gonna say the names that haven't been mentioned yet, like Haas the Ripper, who is now Brother Haas, who I'll be reaching out to very soon. Of course, the Double X Posse, BK, Sugar Ray. And also, I got to thank Aaliyah Najib, who helped me start the project. Wherever you are, please reach out to me. Aaliyah Najib, Tasha Dyer, who also helped out with the foundation of the project as well. Ed Reed. Ed Reed was my right hand doing the interviews. Jason Lee was the right hand. Me and Jason Lee got pulled over on our way to interview EPMD. They towed my car and I still went.
Damn.
It was a sticker issue. It was something minor. It was a sticker issue, but registration, something crazy. This is 2010. Let me see. Jason Lee, Pap Dollars. We, his contribution for the guidance, interviews, ROC, who was a ghostwriter for Bow Wow and Jermaine Dupri. ROC, he was on the Party Remix. Where's the Party Remix?
The Jagged Edge joint with a party.
Jagged Edge. Right.
Yeah.
So, shout outs to him. And my wife was very supportive. She remember when I started. So to see my wife, watch me, she was for me to come home and watch the footage. So she, she was there for maybe the Naughty by Nature BB Kings, but she didn't really go hit the scene, and now seeing her at the screenings, like the screenings and stuff. So that was like a sign of the project coming into fruition, and and of course Alquan, who I've been rocking with since my rookie stage as a barber. who is co-founder of 90 vs 2000, who also was there when I first was recording, and Redline for bringing the production. He was the missing link to bringing the production to life. You know, so the first version, I mean, part one is edited by myself and Redline. You know, so you know, it was just the whole collective. So that's why, and of course, Drift, Ty, Candy, right? And that's why summer 2022 last year, I called myself, my name is Ray. I called myself Raekwon because I felt you gotta respect the legends of hip hop legacy. Was the purple tape, was our purple tape, because it was a collective effort. That's what made it great. I just played my part, but it's the collective effort is what makes this great. A collective effort of the Wu-Tang Clan is what made Raekwon's purple tape timeless greatness. So that's the energy I had, especially when I left Hackensack Brewery. Yo, I drove home blasting that shit, purple tape that night.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So,
and Hackensack Brewery is a Wu-Tang. No, it's a pro Wu-Tang type of joint, man. You know what I'm saying? They definitely into Wu-Tang.
Right.
At Hackensack Brewing Company, man. So big love.
And shout out to I want to say a special shout out to Al Tariq Miller. If Al Tariq Miller is watching this, special shout out to Al Tariq Miller.
Yeah,
he's Paul's cousin. He was there with me from the beginning. He's also my influence on the filming side of things. He has a film in the film festival as well. He's an award-winning filmmaker. He has films from he's a part of making films that's on Peacock, Tubi, and you know his group Paul Cousins was one of the first groups that I actually shot a video for. I used to shoot videos in the hood, so I had shot a video for them in the hood. It was I wrote it out on the set, and it came out great. You know, it came out pretty good, pretty decent. I mean, pretty decent.
Good look.
So shout out to him. He's also a part of this. So shout out to him.
Say, man, we just want to thank you for your time, man, and congratulate you, man, on another volume to your series.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for giving us the first exclusive look to the joint. Ready to hear what everybody else.
Listen, thank y'all for watching it, because that's not, you know.
It must have froze up. My bad. But I'm ready to hear what everybody else got to say about it.
Yeah.
And everybody, please, man, follow my guy and like turn on your notifications or whatever you have to, man, because he just might let you know, when he's doing a screening or some type of metaverse pop up or something like that, so you can watch the volume 1 and the volume 2 when the volume 2 is ready. You know what I'm saying? So stay tapped in, man. Please stay tapped in with my mans. Before I go, I want to let my boy UltraMag 7, aka AP, talk his shit. Let everybody know where to find him at and what he got going on.
So I am UltraMag 7. You can find me on Instagram at UltraMag 7, just like whatever, I don't know, down here at UltraMag number 7. I do culture clips, so I mix hip hop and vintage footage. You can find that. I'm also a podcaster, so I have a podcast with my homeboy, the Overlord of Fresh, called People's Distinctive Travels. It's making some noise right now. You can find that streaming everywhere. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it on Stitcher, Google, all that. I'm also on a show called It's C-Doc Again every Tuesday, where we interview people that move and shake in hip-hop. Our latest interview is with Rhyme Inspector Percy P. You can find that on YouTube. I got We also have a show with my homegirl Jennifer and my man, the great DJ Soulbuck, Sundays
Soul
on,
business.
on YouTube and Twitch. So when we have It's C-Doc again, which is Tuesday, on Sundays we play the music of the artist we're going to have Tuesday. So we have my man Soulbuck playing music, doing all that. I don't know, D. I think that's everything I'm involved in, right?
Yeah, UltraLab,
Oh, well, of course, what we do here,
yeah,
UltraLab.
what we doing here, and this is the first time we doing it on YouTube. We may have to create a channel for the UltraLab.
This might be permanent, brother.
Start doing it like that. A lot of seeds being planted tonight, man, and last night as well, due to the technical difficulties. We started to, adventure out and see what else can we do just in case Instagram fuck up again.
I'm kind of glad it happened now. I'm actually glad it happened. I like it better.
It was a blessing. It was a blessing.
Yeah.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
So what y'all seeing right now is the beginning of more content to come, man, and I'm gonna polish it up and make things better and better as we go. We just appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. This is the UltraLab, man. With Ultramax 7 and me, DMR from Back to the Lab, man. Our first one on YouTube had to be with our man Ray Landski, man. And
of course, that's family.
It's flowers because this is our brother, this family right here. It's a full circle moment from us watching the volume 1 on a pizza box. You know what I'm saying? To now having watched the volume 2 for about 4 or 5 times and we having him on this platform, man, talking with him. So it's a full circle moment. I know we got even more to accomplish in this network that we got, man. So I'm looking forward to everything that's getting ready to pop, bro. It's been a good look, man. I appreciate y'all, bro.
Nah, same here, bro. I appreciate y'all. Listen, y'all deserve y'all flowers first and foremost. You get what I'm saying? Man, and I'm speaking for a shitload of people. You get what I'm saying? For a shitload of people, for the Hip Hop Commission, people that know their history even deeper. Because first of all, I don't know everything. Just because I'm a documentarian, I just know what I know.
Right.
I don't know everything. I don't. Some things I don't want to know, but it's a lot of things that I'm learning. So it's always an honor to sit with people who actually you can learn from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can just teach, it's one thing if you're an educator, you have to teach the room, but to be in a room where your mind can elevate on your element, that just shows that's the place, that's the energy that you need to be. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to the Hip Hop Commission.
Yes.
Shout out to Back to the Lab, which is the main source, right? Listen, when it comes to the source of the history,
we be trying to work, man.
That's the source. Like, if you want to know who dropped what, when, that's the source. That's the source. That's the source. Who dropped whatever it is in history.
It's history, yeah. I want a motherfucker to be able to time travel by scrolling through my page, man, to travel through the history of hip hop just by scrolling. You get a few other types of content in there, but the main makeup of my content, is to teach history, bro. It's like a college course. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do, man. And I love how we all compliment what each other is doing, because and shout out to the commission, like you said, man. This shit is just a part of the commission. We got other members that's crazy with the content, bro. That's crazy with the things that they do, man, with the music that they create, the interviews that they able to do. Like, we just got some real talented people in the squad, man. So I just want people to know, man, everybody in their own lane, but bro, it's the shit fire though, man. The shit fire. I don't do what you do, Ray, and you don't do what AP do, but we can collaborate,
right,
and make the shit,
like
just crazy, bro, and all by just still staying in our lane. Ain't nobody got to try to get in the next lane. And it's better when we collaborate.
And AP, listen, AP. Now, I was already a fan of that channel before I knew AP. And you know, the work, I almost mix his work up with, I don't gotta say the name.
Yeah.
Even though I'm seeing a trend now of those type of videos, right? But it's not the same. Like the difference between an UltraMag video and the average mess video that's trying to, you know, find their way. I'm not gonna knock them because they find their way, but I know the influence when I see them now.
That's right.
Like I've been watching AP videos long enough to know that all right, if I see a video, I can tell they've been watching UltraMag. I can tell. It's no question. If it's something way off, I can tell. Even the way off, you can tell something. Yeah, they're influenced by that. You get what I'm saying? And then the elements of that is a whole nother. It's like it's beyond hip hop. It's history, and it's history that is also more appreciated from a certain. You have to be from a certain era to appreciate it. Mm-hmm. But the youngins, they love it as well because he has a fun way of illustrating history.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
It brings you back to your childhood and you learn something at the same time. You get what I'm saying? And it connects with you. So like me, I like to wait for his shit to pile up. And then like I gotta binge watch this shit. You can't just like I gotta binge watch it. Like I'm like he's dropping so much, I gotta scroll down back to my favorite like a motherfucker to actually see it. You get what I'm saying? Like
I've been forgetting to like it from my other platform.
Yeah.
Because I got the notification set up on Back to the Lab. But then sometime when I tap into my DMR page, I'll be like, oh shit, let me like it again from this account. Like, cause it'd be a treat to see it all over again because it's kind of like a pile up once I go to my other page because I haven't seen it yet. You know, the algorithm gonna make sure it show you everything like here, nigga, the last few days all at once, like throw it at you. So I get a treat all over again when I tap into my other platform and see it for the second time. So this should be a good look, man.
Thank y'all, man. I appreciate that, y'all, for real.
Yeah,
I love it, man. I love it,
man. It's like I said, it connects to your childhood.
Yeah.
I can say this: followers of UltraMag, they're into hip hop. They're into retro.
Yeah.
Right. Retro, not just I'm talking about retro, whether it can be you into like shit like Griselda, MF Doom, retro arcade games, collectibles, comics,
wrestling,
old sitcoms, old cartoons.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Old cartoons.
Old action type shit like the A-Team and shit
18.
like that. Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, Incredible Hulk.
You know, with, especially that one with a man pushed the man over the goddamn porch. He flipped over the porch. He told the boy to go get him a beer. Like that was one crazy left.
And then he connects it with the old school hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, I love what he did for Awesome too. Like I didn't have to question who was by. I could see the video. And remember I was saying earlier like how you know people who produce content, they develop their own style. So he doesn't have to put this. He has to put the signature, for the copyright, for signature purposes. But I can tell his work without the signature.
That's right.
By the signature where he formats it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not like hard to get, hard to understand. You know what I'm saying? If you're from the era. Now, if you're not, maybe something different, but it's a fun way of teaching history. So that's what we also have in common is hip hop history in different forms. That's what you're looking at.
That's
so
right.
You're watching this YouTube video, you're looking at hip hop history in three different forms.
Forms. Right.
Different forms. So, yep. And different elements.
Yep.
Hey man, so on that note, to my brothers, man, y'all keep being great. I learned from y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep collabing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Ray Landski, man, keep doing a good job on your documentaries, man, on your volumes to your films.
Appreciate it.
And we can't wait to get you back on when you do the part 3, so we can talk our shit about the part 3. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gonna be watching that this summer. Y'all too will watch that this summer.
Absolutely, man. AP, you know how we do. The UltraLab, man, is here.
Yep.
I think I'm finna upgrade my package so I can get the duck off the screen. You know what I'm saying? We finna do this, baby. We finna do this, and everybody that's checking us out, I'm telling y'all, this just the first YouTube streaming episode that we've done. So just give me some more time to tweak certain things and find out how this shit go, man. And it's gonna get better and better, man. Y'all keep rocking with us. It's the UltraLab, man. I'm glad we had our man. This shit gonna fuck me up, man. I swear.
Yeah, I want to watch it back. I want to watch it back.
Yeah, I gotta do like this. It's weird.
Oh yeah, right.
Glad we had my man. Glad we had my man on, man. It's been a good look, y'all.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so we gonna say good night, man. Peace and love, y'all.
Salute.
One love.
One.